It's Nihat! Turkey have won it, surely! Oh, it's extraordinary!
Il y a du monde, il y a du monde, il y a Trezeguet. Ah oui! L'équipe de France est championne d'Europe! L'équipe de France est championne d'Europe!
A fazer o remate!
Siamo campioni d'Europa!
Breathe, people. Breathe. Go into your Zen mode and realize we are watching some epic games. What the heck did we just watch between Albania and Croatia? Wow. I mean, it is sometimes difficult to come here live and try and break down the games because it's the emotional aspect of the games. You know, I'm always for Hrvatska. I love Hrvatska. I love what Albania are doing because they are a good team. But my God, what because if we go by the first half, Albania should have been 2-0 up. Aslani puts that chance in the first half, Albania would have probably won this game. They would have probably won this game. And then the second half happened, and for the first 10 to 15 minutes of the second half, you thought, oh God, Croatia, they're done. They don't have any creativeness in their team. The team is looking old. Yep, it's over. But, I mean, and then they get back into the game. They take the lead thanks to Kramaric and Burumir, the sub. And then Albania said, oh, we're not done. We're not done. And it finishes 2-2 in an absolute insanity of a football game in Hamburg, in the sun. And I think it's the first ever time these two teams meet up against each other. I mean, people, if you're watching on replay, please. Big up, Connor. How you doing from Deadball TV? Hey, we're going to talk about if Croatia are finito. Is this generation done? Well, one of their players is done. Brozovic, all the cigarettes, all the shisha he's been smoking is catching up to him now. The lungs are done. The lungs are finito. Brozovic, you were an amazing player. He is done. Hey, wait, Connor. Wait, Connor, you can't do that to me. Because I do have this one. Whoa. See, it's kind of sacrilegious that I do this, but, you know, this is the closest they'll ever be next to each other. All right, let's break it down here, people. I first need to start with Croatia. Brozovic. I love you, man. I love you, Brozovic. You ran the most kilometers after eating 300 kilograms of steak and smoking all the cigarettes and drinking 10 liters of Coke. But now he is done. I don't like to be reactionary, but you can just see when a player, he just doesn't have that rhythm. He doesn't have that flair. He doesn't have that comfortable play within him, and that is Brozovic right now. Sorry, man. Unbelievable footballer. He was great at Inter. He was fantastic at that 2018 World Cup. But Brozovic, he needs to hold bench. He just simply needs to. But we got to give a lot of credit to Albania. They're a team that they don't want to possess the ball a lot. But when they have the ball in the first half, just go direct. Because Croatia, in transition defensively, had absolutely nothing. They had nothing. They could not deal with any sort of pace that Asani, that Bajrami, that Laci were dealing with. And another player for Croatia that needs to go to the bench is Sutalo. I mean, the clearance for the first goal for Albania, where I don't even know what the guy is doing. He's confused with left foot, right foot. I mean, you're not good at either foot, buddy. Because we're going to talk about the second goal that Albania scored. Sutalo can't clear his lines, falls to Albania, and then great cross from Asani. And I said, and I tweeted this, and I talked about it in my preview. Asani, even though he doesn't play a lot of minutes in South Korea, this guy's a baller. This guy's an absolute baller. Puts in a perfect cross. But who is looking at the run of Laci and says, you know what? He ain't going to get to it. It's not going to be a perfect cross. Brozovic. I mean, he should have been tracking the runner. Laci has a free header. Okay, Livakovic should probably be doing with it, but I don't think Livakovic could have done much with it because the header was just directly at him with pace. It was a perfect cross, 1-0 up. And I know everybody at halftime had all the Twitter drafts ready. They had all the Instagram posts, all the YouTube headlines saying, Croatia's generation is finito. Done, dusted. Been a great run. been a great run, just like Nokia. It was a fantastic run for Nokia, but all good things must come to an end. Hrvatska said, watch this. Watch this. Hrvatska showed character, and Zlatko Dalic had to make those subs at halftime because the midfield was getting overrun, and then he needed to bring some legs and stretch the pitch because Mayer was coming too much into the middle to receive the ball. And then, Brozovic just had to fall. He just had to fall off. He just had to hold the bench. And then Croatia, I don't know why tactically, and Zlatko Dalic are just saying, yeah, let's just cross it, because Ajeti and Jimsisti, they were going to deal with all the crosses. It was so simple because Petkovic is another dude where he's a super sub. He can't give you the same impact starting, but as a super sub, Petkovic can be that guy. As soon as Budimir came onto the field, great link-up play, holding up the play, and he did fantastic towards Kramaric, and I was getting so pissed off with Kramaric because the guy was thinking, oh, this is a yoga session. I'm going to do body feint after body feint and get into, I don't know what position in yoga. That's what Kramaric was doing. And then he gets the goal. So I think it was actually his birthday, so happy birthday to Andre Kramaric. He gets the goal, and then just a minute and a half later, they get the goal. Now, was there a push on, I think it was Hisac? Maybe there was a push on Hisac. I think it was Hisac or Ajeti that Budimir kind of just nudged him a little bit, slightly. And then Budimir gets it, and then it's just a lucky bounce. It's an absolutely lucky bounce into the back of the net. I don't know who the own goal was on. I actually don't know who the own goal was on. Let me check that, people. I cannot remember who the own goal was by. Yazula. So Yazula got the own goal in that situation. And I thought as soon as it got to 2-1, I thought the game was over. I thought the game was seriously over because Albania just looked dead. They looked fatigued. They had defended for that entire second half in a low block. And as soon as Croatia took the lead, they just had control. And all they just needed to do was just to maintain the lead. Oh my God. But again, man, we are seeing a pattern with this Croatia team. They cannot deal with cutbacks and they cannot deal with runners. I don't know what it is with Zlatko Dalic or if it's the midfield, but they cannot deal with any sort of runs into the box. No runs into the box. Because I don't know how you get so beaten easily down your right side, for Croatia. And it's just a simple cutback and it's the substitute again. It's the substitute again, man. I mean, look at Silvino's subs. He knew that he had to change the game. Yasula came on, and Hotsa was really good. 85th minute, he comes onto the field. He made an instant impact, just being a little bit of a physical presence, and Albania had to just go for the draw because both teams knew they had to win this game. Now both teams are going to somewhat be satisfied. I mean, Sutolo, again, with just the most horrific of attempts of clearances in that second goal. I mean, Sutolo in this Euros is having an absolute disaster class. Disaster class of the highest order. And now it gets to a point where Croatia had the chance at the end to win the game. And then I thought Albania were in a counterattack. And then the situation where Modric, there was going to be a 4-on-2 with like 30 seconds left. And I thought, oh, they're going to get the winner here. But it was a smart foul from from Albania. And it finishes somehow 2-2. What a game of football, people. What a game. Give me a second, people. Hey. There you go, buddy. I mean, what a game of football. What is everybody's opinion right now? I'm just trying to gather my thoughts slowly. Zlatko Dalic made really good subs with Pasalic, Sucic, and Budimir. Budimir, I thought he was amazing when he came onto the field because of his link-up play, hold-up play. Really, really good from Budimir because, he had a tough first game against Spain. But this game, Budimir was real. That shows the Osasuna Budimir. Not the Croatia Budimir, the Osasuna Budimir. But Albania, gotta give credit to them. I don't know why. Look, I get it from Silvino's perspective that they don't want to push on for the goal there. Now, this is crazy. Now, HR, I'm a big fan of Gareca in Chile. They are not winning this Euros. Let's calm down, HR, please. Let's calm down. Calmate. I don't know why for Albania and Silvino, you're looking at the midfield for Croatia in the second half. Basically, it was either Kovacic or Modric that were playing as the DM, and both fullbacks, Juranovic and Perisic, were playing high up the field. If Albania just executed one counterattack, they would have gone 2-0 up. They would have seriously went 2-0 up, but they went into a shell and were being a little bit too cautious with the entire approach. And I don't think that was the smartest thing from Silvinho. And then that cost him because his team was getting so tired just for defending and defending. And then the subs for Croatia. That's, I think, a perfect illustration of this game is both managers did exceptionally well with the in-game subs and in-game tactics. Maybe not so much Silvinho because I think he went a bit too defensive. But, yeah, man. I'm just... These Euros are turning out to be great. I mean, we've had two fantastic international tournaments so far this year in the AFCON and Asian Cup. Those two tournaments delivered big time. Now we got this Euros. International football is peaking right now. Peaking. And I love it. Because now people, I feel like, are going to seriously respect international football. Okay, Nations League, yeah, I can understand. You know, people don't really like the Nations League. I've kind of fallen out of favor with it. But my God, when it gets to qualifiers and major tournaments, these teams, they just put their whole entire heart into it. Everything. They'll give their whole body up to win this game. And now, both teams are on 1 point. Albania face Spain. I mean, yeah, Spain are not the greatest defensively, and I think Albania could... Both teams have to win their final game. There's no doubt about it. Both teams have to win their final game, and if they don't, then they're both out. It's as simple as that for both teams. And we're going to have to see them with Spain and Italy, how that game goes down tomorrow. Because if either one of those teams win, that's going to favor one of these two teams heading into the final match day. But if that game ends in a draw, I mean, we could get into a situation where all four teams would be on 4 points, which would be something we haven't seen since World Cup 1994, where it was the group with Mexico, Ireland. Oh my God, I'm trying to... Was it Norway, the other team, and somebody else? Somebody else. See, that's the beauty of Euros, man. That is just the beauty. And I got to credit both teams, especially Croatia, because they just showed that heart, that Hrvatska never die attitude where everybody can doubt them and everybody can say they're dusted and they're washed, get them out of here. But they have that fighting spirit where they don't play a good game, they turn up still. And Albania, got to give them credit because as soon as they went 2-1 down, they said, we got to now get back into this game and at least get a draw. At least get a draw. Wow. I mean, what is everybody's thoughts in the chat? And if you're watching on replay, please, people, please, because I'm fascinated on what Albanians and Croatians think. I think Croatians will be much more disappointed because you take the 2-1 lead. You had a couple good chances. But to not, win this game, I think that's a big no-no. You had it, there's no Vida. There's no Lovren. They don't have that sort of leader in the center backs. Givardo isn't a great center back, but they need another leader within that defense. They don't have that. And not having that sort of presence in defense is costing Croatia. They've now conceded 5 goals. When was the last time Croatia have conceded 5 goals in 2 games? I know they conceded 5 goals to Spain at the last Euros, but this is not really prototypical Croatia. They don't concede a lot of goals most of the time. And this tournament, they're just conceding for fun. And then Albania, I mean, I gotta give more credit to them because people have written them off before this tournament. And watching the qualifiers, these guys destroyed Czech Republic. They destroyed Poland. These guys they're no bums. They're here to play. And they have players, and especially with the midfield, with Bayrami, Ramadani, they fought their asses off today to somehow get a draw. But I'm kind of disappointed, though, really. Let's look at the average age. 30 years old. So I think this is now evidence that Croatia, after this tournament, they got to fix up and go a little bit younger. And as soon as they did that, this guy right here, Zucic from RB Salzburg, he's a player. He's an absolute baller. All right, let's get to some of your comments. If you could all please hit the like button, that would be fantastic. We're only on 30 likes. Really? You guys are performing like Brozovic with the like count. Please hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're a new rounder. So we're doing daily Euro content. We're going to be live after the Germany and Hungary game. And obviously, I'm going to try and take a little bit of rest tonight, people. So there will not be a live reaction to Switzerland, Scotland, unless it's a madness. Unless it's a 3-3, then I'll be live. But big up to everybody in the chat. Remember to hit the like button. Big up to Doran. Thank you for becoming a member of the channel. Really appreciate it, Doran. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you for becoming a member. And hey, welcome to the MTF Familia. Big up to Aldi, man. The dude who joined me for the Albania preview. He says we should have won. Also, those subs, especially Seferi, shouldn't happen. Instead, Hoxha should be subbed in. When he came in, he was cooking that Croatian defense, and Yazula redeemed himself. Agreed. Yeah, Seferi. That's I can see why now he was benched, because I mean his performance wasn't great, but Hoxha absolutely changed that game. And I gotta give credit to Manaj as well, at the striker, because his hold-up play today, if you want an absolute just masterclass of hold-up play, watch Manaj today. Manaj was incredible. Yeah, he might have not, link-up play wasn't the great, but just purely on hold-up play, watch this guy. He was fantastic. Asani, you could just see in the second half, the legs were going. And Hoxha was the if you could give man of the match, it would be Hoxha, because he was cooking when he came onto the field, and he got the goal. But I'll say it again, Sotolo has to do better. What is he doing? He's like, I don't know if he's got a tie around his ankles, because he doesn't know which foot to use to clear the ball. And it just falls straight into the path. I'm just, oh my god, man, I'm just so frustrated with Croatia, because they should be better defensively. They should be. But shout out to you, Aldi, and shout out to every Albanian. That was a fantastic effort again. I think I was a little bit more disappointed in the second half at the beginning, because I feel like if just Albania went for it, they could have gotten the 2-0 lead. Because there's been countless evidence now throughout. It's been now 150 minutes, and you can see Croatia are going to concede a goal with just the simplest of attacks. So that's just my biggest issue with Albania, is that maybe they were a little bit too hesitant on just saying, yeah, let's just keep the 1-0 lead. No, man, you got to go for the second goal. That would have killed it off. Yeah. Do you think Croatia makes it out of the group? Now, Luke, I'm getting worried. I'm getting worried with Croatia. Let me know your thoughts in the chat, people. Put a 1 if you agree that Croatia are done, that they're not going to make it out, because they're going to have to, one, massively improve defensively. If they don't improve defensively, they will concede 2 to 3 goals to Italy. And they have to win that game. So there's not like, oh, they can be passive and they can be defensive in the game. No, they have to go out and win it. And obviously, judging by what happens in the game tomorrow, the best outcome for Croatia tomorrow is that Italy win. Actually, no. No, yes. Actually, yes. Because if you get 4 points, that will be enough to advance to the round of 16 for one of the best third place teams. So, man, what a game though. What a game, people. It's just like the emotions, everybody at halftime saying they're done. Then we get to Croatia, they're back, and I'm already tweeting on Twitter that never write off Hrvatska, and you should never write off this team. They might be bad defensively, but they will always find a way. Always find a way. But there is definitely some major flaws in this side. Major flaws. Big up Elijah. Croatia and that goal difference is in trouble. No, that's exactly what they have. Now there's no option. They have to win wait, when is the game? Sunday? No, I think Monday. They have to win next week. If they don't, adios. 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 It's that simple. The reason why it would be good for them is because then Italy would probably field a B team against Croatia in that last game, and then Croatia just know you have to beat Italy's B team. If you can't beat Italy's B team, then you don't deserve to advance. So I think that's the best case scenario. But the craziest scenario would be, and I alluded to this earlier, is that if Italy and Spain both draw tomorrow, and then Albania and Croatia win on the final day, all teams would be on 4 points, people. And I say I don't remember that happening since 1994 World Cup. That's the last time I've seen a situation like that. Hey, let's hope for madness. Let's hope for madness, people. Yeah, if Italy beats Spain, Italy has the first place secured already. Pretty much, yeah. Yep. I don't think so. I think we've gotten to this point now with Croatia that they're a World Cup team. And that they need to, one, move on from a couple players and find a replacement for Sutolo. Because Sutolo in this Euros has just been disastrous. And that's being kind. He's been disastrous. But I got to give also credit to Albania. Jimsiti, again, I thought was monstrous alongside his partner Ayeti. I thought they were monstrous in this entire game. Sarakosha, did he make any crazy saves? I mean, There was that one chance for Pasalic where it hit his shin, and he thought they were going to be through on goal, and then a minute later they get the winner. But yeah, I mean, Laci, great performance. I think he got the start in this game, even though he was on the bench last game. Laci was, I thought, really good with just his build-up play. Oh, and it said, nope, we're going to see the score. Laci was great. I mean, all these players were great. But you can just see with Croatia, there's nothing down this right side. But you can see then with the subs that they kind of switched it up, that they said, we're just going to go straight down the middle with our attacks. Here, there you go, people. Here. This is Croatia with the subs. And this is Croatia without the subs. They were just... Every attack was Perisic, step over, cross. Perisic, step over, cross. For the first 60 minutes. And then, I don't know what Dalic said. He said, mother effing play down the middle. And I don't know how you say that in Croatian. Somebody's got to let me know. He said, play down the middle and you guys will create. Because Albania's legs were going. They were going. And the Budimir's hold-up play was fantastic. And Albania, man, I mean, we know what these guys are. Asani, I love this player, man. I love Asani, man. That left foot is just simply magic. Simply magic. He might not be having the greatest of time in South Korea. He can go back to some league in Europe and say, I can ball out still, because he is a very good player. All right. Wow. I mean, I got to catch my breath, people. Do I got water here? I do. Whew. What a game. What a game. What a game. What a game, people. All right. Does anybody have any final thoughts before we head out here? Older teams don't age gracefully. They hit a wall. Croatia is that example. I would agree with that. I think you're being overly generous on how good both teams played. Albania create nothing other than the 2 shots. No, look. I think Albania for the first half were really good. You have to remember, there was that massive chance for Aslani with like 10 minutes to go in the first half, where it was a good save from Livakovic, but if Aslani picked the bottom right corner, it's 2-0, and I think then Albania go on to win the game. But then Albania in the second half, for the majority of it, just went too defensive. I didn't like that approach from Silvino. They should have just went for the second goal and killed it off. And for Croatia, they were dead until Budimir came onto the field. They were dead. Absolutely dead. So I don't think it was a matter of both teams played amazingly, but it's just the effort that both teams showcased and prioritized. They had to just do it on sheer will and desire to get something out of this game. And that's one thing I will praise both teams. Because we've seen a lot of teams in the past. You know, Belgium, they just say, we're done. We're going to give up here. England in 2016, they did nothing against Iceland. They just flat out gave up. I've seen it too many times in international football and club football where teams just flat out give up. But both of these teams still showed heart. They showed heart. Yeah, look. Man. Brozovic, he's done, man. Oh, man. I love Brozovic as well, man. He's one of my favorite players, but he might be done. He might be done. He just doesn't have the legs. He was getting so overrun in that midfield in the first half. I'm happy Zlatko Dalic had the cojones to just say, Brozovic, here's the retirement papers, buddy. Enjoy retirement. Smoke your cigarettes. Eat your steak. Drink your Coca-Cola. It's done. I'm happy that Zlatko Dalic did. Now, maybe Brozovic could have a masterclass in the next game, but I'm really worried if he plays against Italy, and we know Italy's midfield, they got ball carriers with Barella. Yeah, I just don't know. But now Zlatko Dalic has a very difficult choice to make. Do you bench Brozovic and play... Who are you going to play at DM, though? So, Croatians, let me know. And I think for Albania, you kind of have to go with that same team. I think Manaj did well. Bayrami down that left wing was looking a little bit fatigued later on in the game, but I think he did well as an outlet for the counterattacks. And I think Asani again, Alachi, but Ramadani Aslani again, they were fantastic for majority of the game. Big up, Cathal. Thank you very much. Now, look, Cathal, everybody can have an opinion. I'm totally cool with opinions. Everybody should share their opinions. Of course, I'm just going to rebut and just say what you said in the chat. But everybody's have an open mind. This is an open mind channel. I want everybody's opinion. Who has been the worst player for Croatia? It's either between Brozovic or Sutolo. One of those two guys. I think they've been really bad. Oh, yeah. N'Golo Kante, only Saudi-based league player to look good. No. Sanciu from Romania. Do not sleep on him. Do not sleep on him. He was great. Big up Hitman. Big up Hitman says, overrated team getting grouped. I love it. Wow. Man is doing the D'Angelo Russell in my veins. He loves it. Overrated team. Nah, we can't do that, bro. They might not be. They're not an overrated team. Nobody is saying that, oh my God, Croatia are going to win the Euros or make it to a semifinals. But they're a team that will make it to around the 16 quarterfinals. They always do it at a major competition. But I don't think they have the sort of... They don't have everything pieced together right now. Like Perisic at left back, he provides that outlet. But defensively, and now in transition defensively, he is going to be a liability. Because both of the Juranovic and Perisic, they're going to push up high up the field. Yeah, man. Wow. I think I did call it 2-2, you know. I know, I did tweet it out, people, that Asani would score a banger. He almost did. He got the crazy assist. And Croatia would fight back and get a 2-1 win. I was so close to being right. So close. But Hitman, thank you for your kind donation, buddy. Really appreciate it. I think the draw is enough for Albania. They score first against Italy and draw. Croatia, I honestly already feel shocked. I don't think you should feel shocked. Albania are a good team. They're a good team, man. They don't really push the game or take the game to the opponent, but they are so deadly on the counterattack. That is another thing that I saw in qualifiers. In transition, they are with Asani, Manaj, or Armando Broja, Seferi. Well, Seferi was much better in qualifiers. Seferi in this Euros has been bad. But Albania are a very good counterattacking team. So up against Spain, who I don't think are good defensively, Albania should fancy their chances. But they have to defend better down the middle. And when you're going up against Spain, they're gonna play a couple times out wide to Nico Williams and Lamine Yamal, and with the technical balls they have in the midfield, it's gonna be a tough game for Albania as well. Yeah, Livakovic being the average Livakovic, the goals were savable in my opinion. The second one, not really. The first one, I think he should probably do better. I would agree with that. They called it the group of death, but Albania has the machete. Wow, we're going that route, huh? Croatia need to add some new players. Butorina, Majer, Pasalic, Sousa, Susic. Yeah, they need to add some new players. Croatia's defense is like Turkey's, except Turkey are so much better going forward. Yes. The difference is Turkey have a Yildiz. They have a Arda Güler. Croatia don't have that. They don't. They have all of them are technical ballers, but they just don't have that difference maker in this Croatian side. Who knows? Maybe we're going to see one last masterclass by Modric at a European Championship and major competition against Italy. All right, people, but that is it, because soon is going to start the Germany and Hungary game. We're going to be live after the game, so please join me after that matchup. Thank you to Hitman for your kind donation. Thank you to Dorin for your kindness for becoming a member of the channel. Most important thing is you all hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. So we're having a daily Euro content. And like I said, we'll be here live after the Germany and Hungary game. Let's see if we're going to get another classic. Because, man, these Euros, they're fire, man. They're absolutely fire. But everybody, have a beautiful day. Stay safe in this crazy world. See you after Germany and Hungary.
Here's Hammett, and it may get worse. It's Nihat! Turkey have won it, surely! Oh, it's extraordinary!
Il y a du monde, il y a Trezeguet. Ah oui! L'équipe de France est championne d'Europe! L'équipe de France est championne d'Europe!